Northeast, it has a beautiful landscape, culture and diversity. But these states are also known for its cooperation and conflict with the central government. Recently, Assam government has announced that they will sign the Assam Accords with ASU. But what about the central government? Hello and welcome to the In Focus series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about Assam Accord, and mainly we are going to discuss the clause 6 of the Assam Accord. So moving towards the points of discussion part. So first of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss about Biplab Sarma committee report. After that, we are going to discuss about the recommendation of this particular committee. Then which kind of the recommendation have been accepted and which kind of recommendation have been left out. After that, we are going to discuss practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to this TIE's channel. Moving towards the news part. So before moving to the news part, I have an important announcement by Drishti IAS. So as you already know that Drishti IAS is very much diverse and it is located in different parts of this country. So Drishti IAS has launched its ISGS Foundation course, which is of prelims and mains, and it is exclusively for the English medium. So we have branches started in Indore, which is of the 24th September by 8 am. So admission is still going on. Prayagraj 3rd October 11:30 am, Jaipur 7th October 5:30 pm, Lucknow 16th October 8 am, Karol Bagh, Delhi 17th October 8 am. And if you want to know more about these classes, you can call on to the number 8010440440. I'll repeat 8010440440. And if you are staying nearby, you can also visit to the offline centers. So coming to the news part. The news is that after a meeting with all Assam Student Union, the Chief Minister of Assam had declared that they are going to accept and implement the recommendation of Assam Accord and mainly the clause 6. So this news which we are going to cover up in today's session. So coming to the Biplab Sarma committee. So what this committee is about. So the historic Assam Accord was a memorandum of settlement between Rajiv Gandhi led union government and leadership of the Assam movement, mainly with the ASU, which is the All Assam Student Union, which was signed in 1985. And the accord ended the 6-year-long agitation in Assam, which was against the illegal immigrants from the Bangladesh. So this is accord about. Here we are going to focus on the clause 6 because this time the government had focused on the clause 6. So what was the clause 6 about? The clause 6 accord state that constitutional, legislative and administrative safeguards to the culture, language of the Assam. So cultural, social, linguistic identity and heritage of the Assamese people. So in the clause 6, there will be the safeguard and protection, and by which means, so it should be the administratively, it should be the constitutionally, and it should be the legislatively, that they will safeguard the cultural, social, linguistic and heritage of the Assam. So this is about the Biplab Sarma committee. Then here are the key recommendations made by the committee. So here they had defined the Assamese people, that what should be the definition of the Assamese people. So definition of the Assamese people for the purpose of implementing clause 6 of the indigenous tribals, other indigenous communities of Assam and Indian citizens residing in the territory of Assam on or before January 1st, 1951 and their descendants and indigenous Assamese people. Based on this, the committee made several recommendations for reservation of Assamese people, including in parliament, jobs and education sector. So here there is a definition of Assamese people, that who are the Assamese people, who are the included, indigenous people included or not. There is a time also decided, and then we have also that committee made several recommendations about the reservation for the Assamese people, and reservation in terms of job, in terms of education, in terms of the parliament, in terms of the state legislative assembly, in terms of the state legislative council. Though Assam did not and do not have state legislative council, but this time they had written that they also needed a State Legislative Council, which is a upper house in Assam. So in future we are going to discuss that whether this demand by the ASU and overall the Assamese people are accepted by the state government or central government or not. So here we'll have that what recommendation of the report will Assam government implement. So there are overall 67 broad recommendations, and it has been divided into the 3 categories. And out of 67, 52 has been 52 are going to be implemented, and rest 15 are left, because Assamese chief minister says that needs the center's nod and that needs the involvement of the center. So that's why they are not implementing those 15, but they are implementing 52 recommendation. So these 67 has been divided into 3 broad categories, 40 of which come under the exclusive domain of the state government, 12 which will require the concurrence of the center and state, and 15 which are exclusive domain of the center. So these 15 they are not recommending, and this thing they will sign and they will submit a roadmap to the ASU, which is the Student Union of Assam, by October 25 this year. So they had also decided the date that they will submit the roadmap, that in which way we are going to implement such kind of the recommendations. So here comes that what clause 6 and what is their basic demand about. So we have the first thing is about the land. So creating revenue circle where only Assamese people can own and possess land, and transfer of such land, and many of the lands which are owned by the Assamese people are unnamed and lack documentation. So these all will be covered under the land area. Then language. So they had a special demand for their language, that keeping Assamese as their official language. So everything, the official document of the state will be in the English Assamese language, followed by the English. So this they had said, and they said that there should be the compulsory of the Assamese language, especially in English medium schools up to 8th or up to 10th level. So this government has to also do. Then there should be also the promotion of their language. Coming to the cultural heritage, so establishing an autonomous authority for the development of the Satras, Neo-Vaishnavite monasteries, which will among other things provide financial assistance to them. So they had also decided to protect the culture and heritage of Assam, and they had also decided that several monasteries, temples and different kind of religious things and religious monuments are there into the Assam. So that needs a protection under the cultural heritage. So these are the basic demands they have under the clause 6. Now we'll come to that what things are left out. So we have the 15 more recommendation which has been left out by the Assamese government, because they are saying that these things require the involvement of the center. So that's why we are leaving these. And what are the overall these things about? So they had discussed about the introduction of inner line permit into the Assam, so that if you want to enter into the Assam, you need introduction of the inner line permit, and we have such kind of things in Mizoram, Manipur and Arunachal Pradesh. So they also needed such kind of facilities. Then they had also suggested and recommended numerous reservation for the Assamese people. So 80 to 100% reservation in Assamese seats in parliament, and same proportion reserved in the state assembly and local bodies. Then 80 to 100% reservation in Assam government jobs, and 70 to 100% reservation in the Assam government job which are working with the private authorities. So those who are working with the government, those private authorities who are working with the government, so they also had to implement 70 to 100% reservation. And there should be an upper house, which is the Assam Legislative Council, which is not present. Few states we have for the Legislative Council, just like in Bihar, but we do not have in the Assam. So they said that there should be an upper house, which is a Vidhan Parishad in Assam, and it should be exclusively for the Assamese people only. So these are the demands which had been left out by the Assamese government. Now we'll come to the question round. So here there is a discussion of March 24, 1971. So this day was significant because they had also recommended a date that after the Bangladesh Liberation War, this date was decided that few of the people had migrated to the Assam. So that day also decided as a cutoff date. So I think this will be very easy to answer for you. It was marked the beginning of the Assam movement. It was the cutoff date for detecting and deporting illegal immigrants from Bangladesh. It marked the end of the Assam movement. It was the date when the Assam Accord was signed. So this you have to answer into the comment section, and you have to also think about this thing from your mains perspective, that whatever the demands of the ASU and Assamese people we have, all these demands are fulfilled by or not. If state government is saying that they are going to implement such kind of the recommendation, then what is the opinion of the central government here? Because central government has also role in the development of the Assam. So what's their take into such kind of the implementation? Why they are silent in accepting such kind of the demand? Still now, the people of Assam didn't know that whether such kind of demands are accepted by the central government or not. So you need to also think about this direction, that whether the state government will be able to implement such kind of things or not, and why center is not taking part in it. How center government involvement is necessary for the Assamese development. So these things are very much important for your mains examination, and it is not exclusively for Assam. It is exclusive for all the northeastern states who often remain undisturbed because of the ethnic violence, because of the center-state conflict, because of the religious differences, because of the linguistic differences. So you need to think all these aspects from overall northeast point of view. So that's it for today's session. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.